In every era, the strongest connections are built through the most powerful communication tools of that time. From radio to television to social media, each one has changed how we engage, persuade, and build trust. Today, in 2025, one of these tools is digital audio, especially podcasts. Podcasts have gone from niche to mainstream. They shape conversations, they influence opinions, and they build loyal communities. They offer something other media can't: intimacy, authenticity, and long-form storytelling that really holds attention. Whether it's entertainment, news, sport, or deep dives, podcasts aren't just where we go to listen, they're where we go to connect. Today, we're going to explore what this means for advertisers. We'll explore a snapshot of Ireland's digital audio landscape and why we believe the space is underutilised, who's listening, and how digital audio can extend campaign reach, the platforms that are shaping the Irish market, how audiences can engage with podcast ads and what that means for planning, and the real-world impact, effectiveness benchmarks and ROI, and finally, the creative potential, so how data makes digital audio personal, timely and powerful. So let's dive in.
Ireland's digital audio market has grown dramatically. Back in 2019, advertiser spend on digital audio was under 7 million. This year, we're projecting that number to reach 20 million, an 187% increase. But here's the issue. Digital audio only represents 11% of total audio ad spend, while consumer usage suggests it accounts for between 19% and 40% of audio consumption, depending on the data source. There's a clear gap between how people are consuming audio and how we're investing in it. One reason for this disconnect is the absence of a unified, industry-wide measurement system. With various studies often producing differing results, it's challenging to gauge the true scale and impact of digital audio accurately. At Core, we've taken a comprehensive approach. Rather than rely on a single data set, we combine insights from multiple sources to get a more balanced view. Yes, the inconsistencies can be frustrating, but the breadth of available data gives us a stronger foundation for smarter, more effective planning. Another contributing factor to this disconnect is the common perception that radio advertising is significantly more cost-effective than digital audio. When comparing both on a flat CPM basis, digital audio can appear to be several times more expensive depending on the variables like the platform, podcast, or level of audience targeting. However, this comparison often lacks context and can be misleading, as we'll explore throughout today's webinar. To start with, the way audiences engage with each medium is fundamentally different. Traditional radio tends to be a more passive form of audio consumption, often playing in the background. In contrast, digital audio, particularly podcasts, offer a lean-in, highly immersive experience. This doesn't imply that radio content goes unheard, but rather that digital audio commands a deeper level of attention when listeners choose to engage.
The next question we're often asked is, who really is listening to digital audio? While it's true the medium skews younger, it certainly isn't exclusive to younger demographics. According to the Listen Up Ireland 2025 study by IAB, 91% of 16 to 34-year-olds consume digital audio weekly. This dips slightly for 35 to 54-year-olds, but still holds steady at 79%. Notably, 67% of those aged 55 to 64 and 58% of those 65 plus are regular listeners. So while digital audio is indeed strongest amongst younger groups, it resonates across all age brackets, dispelling the myth that it's only for Gen Zs and millennials. The next question we often get asked is, can digital audio extend the reach of traditional radio campaigns? According to the same IAB study, the combination of FM radio and digital audio delivers a combined reach of 94% of all adults 16 plus. More importantly, digital audio only listeners add 10% incremental reach. Among 16 to 24-year-olds, that figure jumps to 30%. These numbers align with broader industry data and reinforce the value of integrated digital audio into audio planning.
Who's dominating the digital audio space in Ireland? Well, there's no universal top podcast list. Each platform creates its own rankings and a consistent trend emerges. 80% of digital audio consumed in Ireland is local. Let's take a look at the major players. Acast features the David McWilliams podcast, Crime World and the Blind Boy podcast. Audio XI, Ireland's largest digital audio exchange, lists Off the Ball, The Last Word and The Pat Kenny Show as top performers. Audio One, a key independent ad platform, showcases the two Johnnies and works with international publishers like The Wondery and The Athletic. Spotify leans global with hits like The Joe Rogan Experience, Huberman Lab and The Diary of a CEO. Beyond these, Irish publishers are well represented. The Irish Independent features Joe Malloy and Adrian Weckler. The Irish Times offers In the News and Inside Politics. The Journal publishes The Explainer. RT provides its radio shows on digital platforms and is preparing to launch a new app. They also have several great series including Where is John and The Real Carrie Jade. Irish radio stations also offer catch-up and live streaming options with a new wave of podcast content launched recently. In terms of scale, top podcasts can pull in up to 800,000 weekly listeners, putting them on a par with News Talk's 871,000 weekly reach per the latest JLNO.
A core research study, Digital Audio's Edge, conducted by Bauer Audio Media Ireland and Audio XI, looked at digital audio, connected TV and social media. Key findings for digital audio: 56% say it provides a sense of companionship, 52% say it's a meaningful use of time, 52% also say it delivers authenticity, it's effective for both mental stimulation, 56%, and relaxation, 59%. And then we have the elephant in the room question, which is one of the most common questions we get from clients about podcast advertising. Do people listen to the ads? Locally, listen-through rate for ads averages at 90%. This is in line with global figures, which suggest ad skip rates typically range between 5 and 15%, depending on the platform. That said, there are several proven ways to reduce skipping. Host read ads tend to perform better. They feel more natural and are more trusted, and when executed well, are genuinely engaging. Pre-roll and mid-roll placements consistently outperform post-rolls, as they hit listeners when attention is highest. Podcasts with loyal followings tend to see lower skip rates, as audiences are more invested in the content and, of course, the hosts. One thing to keep in mind, like all media, younger audiences are more selective. They're quick to skip content that doesn't resonate, but when it does, they're also more likely to act.
Let's talk about effectiveness. Core's marketing mix modelling shows promising results. On average, for every €1 invested in digital audio, returns range from €1.45 to €6, depending on the audience, the category and the product. And yes, the highest returns often come from younger audiences. Globally, Work and Spotify found digital audio returns 1.6 times the ROI of average digital channels. An ACAST 2023 study shows FMCG and retail campaigns generate €2.60 per euro spent. Add digital audio to traditional radio and total ROI increases by up to 30%. So here's the bottom line. Digital audio delivers exceptional value, especially when used as part of a broader campaign.
The final section for today focuses on the creative potential of digital audio, which we feel is enormous. Dynamic creative technology transforms digital audio into a powerful, personalized experience by using real-time data like location, language, device type, and browsing behavior. Brands can adapt every element of an audio ad to fit the individual listener. Voiceovers can shift tone or accent. Music can reflect the listener's mood or time of day. Messaging and calls to action can change based on location, language, or even the weather. It's not just an ad, it's a tailored interaction. This approach drives stronger engagement, more efficient media spend, and better campaign performance. Ads feel more relevant, are more likely to be remembered, and more likely to drive action. Dynamic audio delivers precision at scale, personalization without sacrificing reach, and agility without added complexity. With optimization through analytics, brands can fine-tune messaging in real time, maximizing impact across audiences and platforms. We see this ourselves in the digital audio campaigns we run. For one campaign, we updated the creative weekly as the campaign evolved. Ads were personalised by serving relevant messages in up to 9 languages. We optimised creative messaging using analytics, refining delivery based on performance by language, location, device type and platform. And the results were precision at scale, efficient, targeted and deeply resonant campaigns. The goal for this campaign was to reach 180,000 non-English speakers in the country. This campaign exceeded this number, and more importantly, people heard it in their native tongue.
So that brings us to the end of today's session. Let's quickly recap the key takeaways. Digital audio is a powerful channel, driving culture and conversation. It's still underused despite strong audience demand, and it resonates across all age groups, not just Gen Z. It boosts campaign reach, especially when paired with radio. Listeners are highly engaged with host read ads hitting 90% listen-through rates. Tech and data allow us to create highly targeted, localised and relevant creative. So thank you so much for listening.